Yo, what up, my Elden blingies? This is your boy Kita here for another Kita edition! Okay, enough of the cheesy YouTube intros. Let's get started for reals. You guys had a lot of actually really interesting comments. Not that you ever don't, but there were a lot these past two episodes. So, first one I'm going to talk about is from Tom R, I think, as I head this way. Tom R said, in some of the rooms there are metallic things about 6 feet tall. I think of them as incense holders. They're also at the tops of the ballista bolts around the outer wall where you fought Morgott. Two places you can find them, both right when you first enter the city with the snowmen with the flutes. I love that that's what you're calling these guys, by the way, the snowmen with the flutes. I'll look at the other spot in a moment, but that'll be like an easy one for me to go back to take a look at this. The room with the plants, and the room where you can go back around the first gargoyle, which I think has haze in it. Both have them. There are pages in both rooms. If they are incense holders, maybe the ballista bolts with the incense holders were some kind of chemical warfare with assistance from the perfumers. Might be a reach, but I know the atmospheric storytelling. I know they do atmospheric storytelling sometimes. And Ragged Ash responded, I don't think that's much of a stretch to say the huge ballista bolts outside Langdell are some kind of chemical weapon. In the story trailer, around 145, you can see them hitting the invading armies and leaking vapors down onto the battlefield. So that is a super sick thing. I didn't notice, and I want to point that out that you guys noticed that because that's awesome. And I'm gonna go ahead and try to go back and remember to go back and look at that in a moment. So that's just one. But yeah, you guys had a lot of cool bombshells and interesting insights and thoughts. So all of it's stuff that I really want to get to. All right, we're gonna go there later. We have a bunch of Grave Warden duelists to take care of, so that's gonna be fun. Oh, hey. You're an all-star. Get your game on. Go play. Okay, I thought I was gonna hit him, but I didn't. I really thought I pressed R1. That's why I'm saying that. You know, he has such a slow swing, he shouldn't be that difficult. But he's proven to be pretty difficult for me. I mean, it's always, as usual, it's one of those things where it's like, if you don't know the moveset and the timing for it, you don't know how long they're going to do their drags or whatever they're going to do. Oh, I was out of stamina. That didn't work out. See you guys in a moment. Guys would like to see me switch weapon. Okay. Come hither, you. Come hither. I got an R2 smash for you. I should have done a backstab. I didn't realize I'd be able to. That is what I'm looking for. Just a quick knockout. Granted, he's not done yet, but... That R2. That R2. Gravekeeper Cloak. Oh, I don't know if he always drops that. I feel like... That felt like a special drop. A very specific one. Gravekeeper Cloak. Thick, bristly cloak that is the symbol of an underground gravekeeper. Those who once fought for a living were driven from the Colosseum and becoming guardians of Erdtree burial. Oh, okay. So that's why we see them downstairs then. You know, in the downstairs. But that's why we fought that first Grave Warden duelist boss. Would be for that reason. So that actually makes sense. That's interesting. I like that. Thanks, Lore, for doing some cool stuff. Thanks for being that way for me. We both wanted to do the leap, but I struck first. Ritual Shield Talisman. I was about to talk about something else, but, you know, got a new item. A talisman pattern after shields used in ritual combat held to honor the Erdtree. Raises defense when HP is at maximum. The practice had died out by the age of King Consort Radagon, but remains of the arenas where ritual combat took place can still be found in every land. You know, actually, considering who was before Radagon, that actually kind of makes sense to me. That I didn't really think about it before, but it makes sense that the Colosseum would have been a big aspect of the Elden lore prior to Radagon. I don't think there's anything here, and I'm not going to talk... Well, yeah, I'll just leave it at that for now. Yeah. I think that's all that's in that spot. Okay, let me, while I'm running, pull up some more stuff. Oh, actually, before I go to the next interesting comments, next interesting ones, let me talk about an uninteresting one. So uninteresting. One moment. Actually, while I pull this up. I'm trying to, like, run and talk at the same time. Okay. Where is it? So, Zookeeper X said, are you going to use the current gear for the rest of the game? The hack and slash is a bit boring. So, basically what I'd been planning, as you guys might have noticed, I've been slowly raising up my intelligence, was that I was going to switch over eventually to using a different weapon. I was going to use Blythe's weapon. That was my plan. But if you guys, but that's another ultra greatsword like this. So if I want to get kind of a consensus from you guys, while I enjoy this and I'm having fun doing a playthrough like this, if you guys aren't enjoying it, I can switch it up.
Please, I implore you, continue. Continue your reflections, your rhythms. I must be the one to record them. What matters this issue of Radigan, really? The Erd Tree, heart of the Golden Order, lies before our very eyes. Why must these qualms come to you now? We were on the very cusp.
Ha! Oh, Goldenask having qualms. Will Goldenask have anything interesting? It's interesting that he can actually kind of seem to interpret him now. Because to me, he just looks like he's doing the exact same thing, right? Staring at the Erd Tree just a little bit closer. Alright, what's going on, man?
Oh, was that you? Sorry, I hardly noticed. I'm a little shaken since the Master ceased his movements.
Ceased what movements? What are you talking about?
The Master's reflections had heightened as we neared the Erd Tree, while still a precise calculus. The rhythms grew increasingly wild until he simply ceased. Now the Master is facing quite the puzzle. The Golden Order is founded on the principle that Marika is the one true god. However, the name of Marika's second husband, King Consort Radigan, also appeared. Who exactly was Radigan? The Master is stumped. His finger has remained still ever since Radigan's name was discovered. Curse my mediocre mind. The Master only has me. And here I fail him.
I mean, Radigan's America's husband. You know, he left Renala. It was Renala's husband, and he left Renala for her, right?
Who exactly was Radigan? The Master is stumped. His finger has remained still. But, oh, how important could it really be? The Erd Tree, heart of the Golden Order, lies before our very eyes. Why must these qualms come to you now? We were on the very cusp. Who exactly?
Okay, so in order to progress this storyline at this point with Corrin, who's now Scribe Corrin, we're going to have to figure out that Radigan statue I was talking about earlier. And to do that, I also need more intelligence. Starfist. Actually, if I remember correctly, there really isn't anything interesting to it, but spherical iron manifer covered in spikes which induce blood loss, used in brutal games of pugilism. Yeah, at this point, I've finished writing out every weapon item description, and I'm in the middle of spells, and then I'm on armor after that, and then writing out every little piece of dialogue after that, and all the sword lore and all that, so still quite a bit to go for things that I have to rewrite, and then I can start organizing things and really, really deeply thinking about stuff, but at least, like, all that helps a lot. Okay, so Yuki Desato RS with the dragon there. I have a feeling that the Grand Sax, assumed name of the big dragon, was petrified due to fighting Godwyn, since if he is the demigod of death and the death status effect is the equivalent of the curse status in previous Souls titles in Japanese was literally called petrification. I actually had no idea about that the curse status was called petrification in the past, which makes sense because you look like you get petrified. Same in this one. So that is really interesting to me. Yeah, I'll keep on, like, sporadically going through comments as I go through this. But back to what I was saying with the greatsword thing. So I had been planning on using Blythe's greatsword, essentially. once I got it, and it requires a lot more intelligence. That's why I was pumping up intelligence. But if a lot of you guys aren't liking me using this weapon, let me know, and I can switch it up. All right, I know you have to drop down there. I'm just trying to remember if I die for this drop. I don't think so. I mean, I know I've dropped down here from around here. I just want to make sure that this is the spot I dropped down. Okay, granted, last time I used those rainbow stones, they failed me! Which was kind of funny. And awful at the same time. Yeah, so I could run up here, but essentially... I think it basically just takes me to a... Wait, is that a way back up? I guess you can go up. Oh, yeah, you can go up that way. Okay. Not gonna do it. Actually, I guess I could eventually go this way. Or should I warp around? Things I gotta choose. Big decisions to make. Let's fight these Miranda blooms first. I wonder if there's like a good reason why there's a bunch of Miranda blooms here. There's a item that Melina had that was related to Miranda that was cut from the game. So it makes me wonder if that has anything to do with these Miranda blooms hanging out over here. Or if it's just they were looking for enemies to put to make the area a little more interesting. It's as simple as that. Smithing stone 6. Okay, you know what? I guess I'll just keep on going up at this point. Excuse me. And Konoi Kurozoro. To me, the Table of Lost Grace is the name of the site of the Grace of the Round Table Hold, hence the name. Because, like, when you discover a new site of Grace, the game says Lost Grace Discovered. So, like, the Table of Lost Grace is literally a table where the Grace congregates, while the Round Table Hold is simply the name of the place. Not saying the structure itself wasn't based off the place you've explored in this episode. There's a really, really interesting comment that I want to get to. Let me run up that relates to this. That definitely requires more thought and research. But it was, yeah, it's like, whoa, this is a really cool idea. It could be. But I gotta look at things, double check. Okay, hey, stop. What are you doing? Oh wait, there. You know, these Erdtree guys, they are doing poisonous stuff and kind of have Miranda blooms on them. Guardian Greaves. Let's look at those. Guardian Greaves. I feel like I must have passed. Oh, all right. Engraved golden greaves worn by the guardians of the minor Erdtrees. In accordance with an ancient pact with the Erdtree, it is said that their deaths led not to destruction, but instead to renewed eternal life as guardians. So they were basically died and renewed as a guardian. Okay, so this is from Haitini. I recently noticed something about the, quote, real Round Table Hall. On the map screen, our Round Table Hold has this gray circle behind it. Remember where we've seen similar circles before? Could our Round Table Hold be inside an Everjail? So going to look at it, and zooming in won't help because it just makes it smaller. But I think the biggest it's going to look is that there. I have to look at the patterns in that circle, but it could be. It does seem reminiscent of it, so that's something that I want to go to an Everjail and look at the markings on the bottom and see how much they match ours. I mean, it seems like at the very least, it's a different plane of existence, potentially. Which, I mean, Everjails are, but, yeah. Also, the fact that there's Miranda blooms growing off of these guys, basically, or Miranda flowers. Yeah, it kind of puts poison, in a way, with the Erdtree. And it's something I talked about in the past, that maybe the Erdtree's rotting. And there's like the whole rot thing, even though Scarlet Rot from the game is specifically comes from the Halig tree. I mean, poison is a form of rot. Yeah, so again, could be that it's another thing about perhaps the Erdtree's rotting inside of. The closer we get, now we're finding these guys who have poison on them, and that's why those flowers were there, I guess, that we spotted. And perhaps that's where the Miranda balloons come from, and why Melina has a spell that's, or that's not a spell, sorry, an item related to that. Yeah, I don't like summoning people for boss battles, but the Melina one, I don't want to for Melina, but it's just interesting you can, and it's like, I feel like that's something I should look at for lore stuff, right? I'll have to make a choice. Or maybe I'll just like summon her and then purposefully die so I can do this solo battle that I like having. Yeah, I think all this is for is the item that we spotted over here, if I'm not mistaken. Holy grease. The one thing that I get conflicted about with using Blythe's Colossal Sword compared to this one is that a lot of enemies later on I feel like are actually kind of strong to intelligence, which Blythe's sword has a lot more power from, as opposed to melee. Yeah, alright. Let's do some more interesting, fun stuff here. And I don't have my Flask of Wondrous Physic, but I think that's okay, because I'm probably right by a... yeah, there's a Stake America. Godfrey, first Elden Lord. Say what? Say what? Godfrey, what are you doing here, bro? I thought you were dead or something. Like, how did Radigan come to be the king? Actually, okay, there's a lot of interesting stuff with Godfrey, I realized when I was looking at items, which, I guess I could say, I think he's the leader of the Tarnished. I think he's the one who took the Tarnished and led them out of the Lands Between. Yeah, based on some, because remember I was talking about that they took boats out, right? So I'm pretty sure that was Godfrey's doing. No. Wow, okay. No, Godfrey, bro. Things were going so well between us for a moment. Until I kept on not taking your stomps seriously enough. And, like, not remembering the fact that you have combos like everybody else. No, bro, no. See, like, that stomp every time. And I know he has it, and I still don't do anything about it because I'm a dum-dum. Alright. Nice one and done for Godfrey. First Elden Lord. Get a talisman pouch for him. Obviously, it was some sort of golden phantom. Gold associated with the Golden Order and Erdtree, but it was a phantom, you know, so it wasn't the real one. First Elden Lord. Whoa. When that happened, I was not expecting that. When I was first going up there, I was like, what? What? Godfrey? Definitely did not see that coming. A bunch of you have been yelling at me to get vigor. I don't know why when I could be pumping up intelligence and my strength, but sure, fine. I'll put in some more vigor. Just so I don't get yelled at anymore. Let me also then upgrade my Sacred Tears. I don't want to go above 40, I don't think, with my vigor, just because, I don't know, fun. It's fun. I saw like this debate and people yelling at each other online about it, where it's like, oh, you don't need more than 40, and other people being like, oh, it's not fun if you don't do more than 40, that's insane. I think I beat my main save with 40 vigor, and it was fine. I'm not trying to brag. I think it's just one of those things where it's like, just do what you think is fun. It's funny how people get so personal about how people prefer to play an RPG game like this, where the whole point is you play it how you want and what's fun for you, right? So, you know, I don't use spells or sorceries. I don't particularly, like, I'll do it sometimes, and it's interesting, and I don't dislike that's in the game, but I prefer playing melee style, so that's how I play. I don't begrudge people who play another way, though. Alright, so a whole bunch of oracles here, or finger readers. I guess they're called finger readers. Actually, let me get their exact description here. Finger readers. So a whole bunch of dead finger readers all over here. I'm guessing that they used to be used more regularly to read the will of the two fingers, essentially, or read what he was saying. So they were more of use back when the two fingers was all up in here. Yeah, I don't know. Again, something I have to think more about. Holy grease, what all the dead finger readers would represent here. I mean, it could also just be one of those things where new Elden Lord, new decrees. He's not into the finger readers, which would make sense, as we've seen Morgott's been trying to prevent your progress the whole time, and the finger readers seem all about the two fingers idea of having a tarnish be the next Elden Lord. Seems to be what all the finger readers want, and if Morgott's doing a lot of stuff here and kind of taking charge here, as he seems to be in guarding this place, Morgott hates that. So, you know, it might be that Morgott was just like, nuh-uh, screw you guys, and just let them all die or murder them all because they weren't saying what he wanted to hear. Another one of these statues. That one looks like it has trees growing on it, and it also has the Erd tree symbol on the top. Alright, so before I head this way, which we will eventually do, make sure you do this. This is really important. So, it's pretty easy to miss, I think. And you definitely want to do it. Do this thing that I'm doing right here. This side I don't think matters so much, but what does matter is jumping in the window here, as it's another entrance up here for an incredibly, incredibly important item, which would be this. Golden Order Principia. You know what I never really did was look at this thing. Golden Order Principia. I mean, it looks like it's the close of a general Erd Tree follower. Golden Order Principia. Let me look at it. Give me one moment. Okay, so Golden Order Principia. Again, super important. It's the only way to do the Radigan puzzle. And progress the storyline of Gold Mask, and also just a big lore reveal. Golden Order Principia, where is it? Prayer Book of the Golden Order Fundamentalists, a dense and complex academic treatise that contains the Order's fundamental principles. Radigan's Rings of Light would be one of the principles, and Law of Regression. Law of Regression is the one that we're looking for. You need intelligence to use it. I don't remember the exact amount, but that's part of why I've been leveling up intelligence too, which now I'm starting to regret that I just leveled up vigor. Erd Tree Bow. Let's take a look at that as well. Erd Tree Bow. Longbow featuring Erd Tree styling in times of old when faith and battle went hand in hand. This weapon was created in tandem with the Golden Arrow. Scales all arrow damage with faith, revealing its true worth when used with holy infused arrows. Yeah, honestly, I don't think anything's particularly interesting in that item description. And Celestial Dew up here for all your sinning. Stop sinning, please. All you damn sinners. And let's go down this way first. You know, actually, does this lead to anything? I forgot if this does. Doesn't want me to get on it. It doesn't look like it. Yeah, I'm okay. I'm okay with that. Anything over here that I might have missed? I don't see anything. All right, elevator. You know what that means. Time to look at more comments. Even though I don't think this is a very long elevator. Scuba Steve. Great reference there. I thought the idea was that the Two Fingers / Greater will have abandoned Leyndell after the Shattering. So the original round table is the one in Leyndell, but post-Shattering it was reestablished elsewhere for Tarnished because they're the ones to become the Elden Lord. That said, I have no idea where physically the new round table hold is. I took it to almost be a different plane or spiritual, given Dung Eater's words about resting there and the lack of conflict. From Lasse Varsted, hey Dave, love the playthrough, thank you. Regarding the painting in the real round table, I'm pretty sure the red-headed lady is Radigan. The figure in the painting is standing in the same pose that the Radigan statues around the world. The Fia painting is a bit weirder, but I think that would be has to be America, as it appears alongside the Radigan painting in both places. Thoughts? Yeah, if you're right about that being Radigan, that would make more sense for it to be. I mean, sorry, America. It would make a lot more sense just in general. All right, so regression alone reveals secrets. So again, if we look at the key items for that Golden Order Principia I just picked up, you get Law of Regression. So regression alone reveals secrets. Law of Regression, we're going to have to use that on this statue. That said, nothing I can do here with it quite yet. Although, look, there's a couple lions by it. All right. Yeah, just a really nice statue of Radigan. Okay, cool. Let's move on. More ash up here. I know it was funny earlier, some of you guys were pointing out that as being like, where's all the ash coming from? Right when a dragon's spewing fire everywhere. Or, not a dragon, but you know what I'm talking about. Enemies spewing fire everywhere, but there really is ash all over this city. Regardless, so. Regardless. And, okay, let's go. This time I'm going to want to drop down there. But before I do that, let me take care of all of this stuff here. Let me make sure if I die, I don't feel horrible about it. Granted, this is easy to come back to. And, oh, that's right. It's a Crucible Knight. Why did I not realize that at first? Didn't even tackle him like I should have. Because of my stupidity! No, it's too fast for me. I'll never be able to get it. No. Remember the first time I fought this guy and I tackled him all stupid-like? It was just like, oh, who needs to look for openings when you fight enemies? Am I right? Openings are for losers. You know what else is for losers? Drilling at people. Loser. Oh god. Oh god. Also, so is dying repeatedly. That's also losers. Loser stuff. Losers. Actually, no, if I go to the side, I think that's better for making sure I actually get a hit on him. Now. Nah. Oh, really? Okay. Whoa, hey, wait. You weren't supposed to hit me with that. That was lame. And you didn't give me anything? I'm just gonna start coughing. And hacking. Huh. Ugh. Okay. No. Oh, damn it. So, apparently there's a couple spots up here that this guy likes to just go in circles at. Barrier of Gold. Alright, let's take a look-see at the Barrier of Gold, shall we? I have to assume that it's an incantation, because it looks like one. Barrier of Gold. One of the incantations of Erdtree worship. Greatly increases magic damage negation for the caster and nearby allies. This incantation was used by the champions of the Erdtree in the first and second Liurnian Wars, during which the red-haired Radigan joined the heroes' ranks. So there were two, not just one. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm coughing. You know, it kept on seeming like there's just one major war, but there were two major Liurnian Wars. Although, I do wonder if the second one was between Liurnia, or the Academy of Rea Lucaria and Caria, when the Cuckoo Knights took over. Could have been. Alright, next thing, though, major thing, is wait. I didn't get that item? Okay. So, I could jump on that. I don't remember if there's anything on this. And I know that's what I did my first time. That's probably why I missed this, but I think the main thing I want to do here really is going for this bad boy right here. So, let's see if this works. Alright, so far, so good. So far, so good. How about you? Alright, nice. And let's get this. Stone Sword Key. What? What? Okay, I guess I have to run all the way up that, perhaps. Alright, I guess this is probably a good time to do a quick cut, so I'll see you guys in a moment. Now I think I know what must have happened. Maybe I did get that stone sword key, but never ran up to the tippity top to see if there's anything at that staff. Oh, wait, there's the item right there. I see it. Okay. I never noticed that before. I just knew that I missed something here. Alright. Well, now I know how to get it. And I could have gotten them both in one run without doing that quick thing. Ah! Oh, God. Alright. Bolt of Grandsax. This is a legendary item that you can miss. It's the only one of the legendary weapons that you can miss. So, make sure not to. Like idiot me did. The Bolt of Grandsax. Spear whittled from the weapon wielded by Grandsax. One of the legendary armaments. A great ancient dragon. Okay. No, we'll get back to that then. Golden Rune. Alright. They didn't want me to talk about Grandsax. They be hating. You know what? Okay, I was going to say I have to run this way anyways, eventually. Because I want to go to the dungeon first. Anyways, this is all was according to plan. Just throwing that out there. Okay, so... Haha, back to where I was. Bolt of Grandsax. A great ancient dragon, Grandsax once rained calamity upon the royal capital, the only time in historical record that Lanedel's walls have fallen. This marked the dawn of the war against the ancient dragons. So, that's where that theory came from. I was reading earlier that perhaps that was Grandsax right there. It's the Bolt of Grandsax that leads to that idea, and that probably actually is a petrified dragon. Okay, so... I have to remember where exactly I need to jump to. I always seem to forget exactly where. So that's the side I've already been to. So I think maybe somewhere on the left side here is going to be where I have to go for the dungeon that I haven't been to yet. Yeah, okay, look, there's something down there I missed, so this is going to be where I want to go. Thank you for making it obvious for me. I appreciate that. Ash of War Thunderbolt. Oh, God. These guys. Ash of War. Oh, no! I was looking behind me because I heard a noise, and it ruined me. Yeah, I see how much, they do mad damage when they get you. So, easy to kill, but high damage from them. Alright, I forgot what Ash of War I got now. Oh, God. I keep hearing noises, so... Ash of War. Ash of War. Where are my Ashes of War? I think it was one of these. Lightning Slash sounds right. You know what? Actually, I'm going to finally do what I should be doing more often. Order of Acquisition. Thunderbolt was the one. The Ash of War grants an armament of lightning affinity in the following skill. Thunderbolt, skill used by the capital's ancient dragon cult. That's about it. Okay, now I will go back to item type. Cool. And actually, remember that item I was all like, how do I get to it? I saw that spot. So here's how we get to that. Pickled turtleneck. Oh, no. Who's been killing turtles? Stop it. Stop killing turtles. Turtles are awesome. What monsters. If it was that guy I killed, he deserved it. He had it coming to him. Smithing Stone 5, but I think that this is just a drop that I could care less about. Or couldn't care less about, rather. I'm pretty sure I've been in there. What I'm going to be doing is exploring here for a well, which is right there. There's the well I was looking for. Albinaric Blood Clot. It's pretty easy to miss, but I think the Dung Eater is kind of the clue in that there's more to this area. Everywhere else here just is going to kind of lead to areas that you've probably been to before. Like, see, that was that Valiant Gargoyle style thing that I killed from behind to drop down. And, yeah, I've already been over there. So, this, though, is going to lead us to the dungeon. And my first time I found this, I did find this pretty early on, but for some reason, I didn't think I could open any of these doors because I didn't see any levers. That was my first big mistake, because you can open this door. Oh, man. Good job, Kikikita. 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 Okay. Kita, enough playing around. Enough toying around. We got things to do. We got dungeons to explore. Actually, you know what I'm going to do is throw on my lantern. So, that way I can toggle a little more light if I want, but don't have to worry about it. Yeah, I don't think there's any illusories, at least in this part. I don't recall any. Yeah, now it's gotten a little too dark for my liking. I can't see these rats. Rats! Why are you so hard to hit? And why do you take so many hits? Oh, God. There. No, really? That didn't kill him? That's shocking. Shocking. Rune Arc? Nice. Can I open it? No! No, what will I ever do? This area is seriously such a maze. And there's a whole lot of things that are very interesting and important to find in here. Both of those things. That's interesting that that one killed him. When the other time was two-handing, I guess it wasn't as big of a rat. Poison Bone Dart. I think this area, in my opinion, is for much higher level than I'm at right now. If you ask me. Subterranean Shunning Grounds. It is one hell of an area. But, yeah, I think you want to be a higher level for tackling this. But what I wanted to mainly do... Oh, my God. God damn. No, 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 no. Oh, my God. What... I've never... Ah! Wow, I was doing so bad there. Usually I'm good about those quick selects, but I was pressing the wrong button because I'm a moron, I guess. Can't use my Lost Grace. Thanks, bro. Now I won't lose anything if I die to you, though. Yeah, so tons of Omen down here, and oh my God, yeah, I'm doing like peanuts for damage to him. That is a good sign that I should not be here yet. Because, yeah, seriously, peanut damage. But yeah, there are tons of Omen in the subterranean shunning grounds here. Like a seriously huge amount of Omen. So take that as you will. We'll talk a lot more about them as I keep going. This is also a chance, if you know where to go or you want to play around in here, to unleash Dung Eater, as everybody wants to do. Everyone's favorite character. Gonna keep on upping my intelligence, I think, because I'm not very intelligent. Yeah, I mean, look, I know I can eventually just switch my stats around, and by eventually I mean I know I can do that right now, but I just don't like wasting larval tears, even though I have a ton of them and I never use them. I don't know, call me crazy. Underground Roadside, we got that, so that's a good mark. Next thing I'm gonna do is, who do I want to give my thing to? Kind of want to see what actually Corrin says, so I'm gonna do a quick cut to see what Corrin says when I give him my, when I give him that specific spell book. All right. Hey, what's up, Corrin?
Was that you? Yes, the master. And after coming all this way, what?
You know what? I'll figure out in a moment. Is there a chance you could take for me the Golden Order Principia?
It is a volume of incantation. It's good to see your enthusiasm. Indeed, I will happily take it off your hands.
I just wanted to see what he had to say, because sometimes he's like, this is blasphemous. Okay, so for the Golden Order Principia, just to show what we got Radagon's Rings of Light and Law of Regression. So Radagon's Rings of Light, one of the incantations of the Golden Order fundamentalists. A gift of gratitude to the young Mikola from his father Radigan. To the young Mikola from his father Radigan. It's interesting, it's a gift of gratitude. I mean, like, you know, are you grateful to your kid for being a kid? And yet, the young Mikola abandoned fundamentalism, for it could do nothing to treat Melania's accursed rot. This was the beginning of unalloyed gold. So, you know, I've been wondering about unalloyed gold and what it really means. So, unalloyed gold is, I guess it would have to do with, like, golden stuff or Golden Order related things, or things that are gold that aren't related to the Golden Order. Like, maybe that's, like, the whole point of unalloyed. Maybe it's, unallied? I don't know. But that's what this makes me think. I actually hadn't gotten to incantations yet, so this is just me thinking about this as I read it. Produces a golden ring of light and fires it across a wide area. The other one is Law of Regression. Incantation of the Golden Order Fundamentalist. One of the key fundamentals. Heals all negative statuses, dispels special effects being the key word here, and reveals mimicry in all its forms. Again, that's the important thing. The fundamentalists describe the Golden Order through the powers of regression and causality. Describe the Golden Order through the power of regression and causality, huh? Regression is the pull of meaning that all things yearn eternally to converge. So, to use this, you need 37 intelligence. Okay, I'm just going to have to go ahead and use one of those things. A larval tier or whatever. Yeah, there's, like, no chance for me. Okay, I was trying to think, is there anything else that I felt like there was something else I wanted to buy. You know, I'm going to quick warp. So, do I want to take care of this thing yet? All right, what up? I'm here at the Volcano Manor because there's something that I wanted to show you guys. This is what I was trying to remember. I knew that I wanted to buy. So I'm going to pop a bunch of these suckers. Let's try 3, see if that gives me 6,000. Okay, that's enough. I just need 5,000. So I'm finally going to go ahead and buy Morgott Shackle. So, a fetish bathed in golden magic, shackles were used to bind the cursed people called the Omen, and these ones were made to keep a particular Omen under strictest confinement, specifically Morgott. Though faint, the shackle still retains vestiges of power, enough to trap the once-bound Morgott on Earth, if only for a short time. You think this would be useless right now, right? But then again, because I beat Morgott. But then again, we saw him again later on. Just for now, I'm going to switch that with Morgott Shackle. I'm not going to use it too much. Like I said, I really just want to show this off. So, we'll see how this goes. And now we're going to go back, and I'm going to go ahead and finish up this part of the Erd Tree. I don't think I'm screwing up any quest lines by doing this. So, also, another interesting comment from Skuka. And this is something that I meant to mention this time, because I realized it after my Let's Play, and I meant to mention it, so I'm glad that Skuka mentioned it. So remember how last Let's Play I picked up the Alberich set? Mad Tongue Alberich. So, or his name was something like that, but he got all murdered and all that, or died. He went crazy. Where is his helmet? Alberich pointed hat. So remember I got this set, Mad Tongue Alberich's set, within the fortified manor, so, which is basically the round table hold. Well, Alberich actually invades you. That's the character who invades you when you're in the round table hold and go to the bottom area. So that aspect is the interesting thing here, because we find him dead. So Alberich invades in the Table of Lost Grace. This is from Skuka. So finding his corpse in the round table in Landell could be a big hint on how it all works. I don't know if his corpse appears after his defeat in the Table of Lost Grace, but I'm willing to bet it doesn't, because people can invade across timelines. Yeah, that is an interesting question, and I want to figure out how that works, because, you know, obviously when we killed the dude who has the skeleton face, he invades you in the round table hold, and then Here's gonna say his name. Warned by unspeaking adder, Ensha. There we go. Ensha invades you, and then Ensha only appears dead afterwards. So I do wonder. But I'm willing to bet it doesn't because people can... Okay, like how you get invaded by Millicent when she still has her arm and isn't afflicted by rot, even though when you find her, she is afflicted and has no arm. Another thing that's a little off topic, but I find it strange how Fia killed D despite the whole Serenity. The Serenity affects everyone, not just the player, but the fact that the Dung Eater acknowledges the Serenity and says that he would kill you if it wasn't for the Serenity's existence. It's also weird how the Serenity exists in other locations too, not just the Table of Lost Grace. Yeah, because there are other places where you're not allowed to kill anyone. And again, here we're finding a bunch of dead finger readers on this walk up to the Queen's bedchamber. Thought I saw something shiny up there, but it was just a reflection on the tree. Oh, is this is an assassin, Black Knife assassin who's been hanging out here. So that's interesting, and I totally forgot about that because that actually could have really interesting lore, like lore-wise. It's like, wait a second, is he the one who's been killing all the finger readers? I don't see why he would. A Black Knife assassin here, but it could just be a remnant of one who came to kill Godwin, perhaps. But you think they'd all have escaped by then, so yeah, I don't know. It's interesting. So here we are at the Queen's bedchamber. I'm guessing Queen Merica. Blessing of the Erd Tree. Let's take a look at that. One of the ancient Erd Tree incantations. Grants a greater blessing to the caster and nearby allies. The Erd Tree once flourished with abundance, yet it was only for a fleeting moment. Such is the course of all life. Hold to continue praying and delay activation. Okay, so... yeah, just another thing with that, everything comes to an end, or should naturally come to an end, and look how many tomes are back here. Didn't really look at before what all this was back here, and I actually wonder if you can jump up to anything interesting. Kind of doubt it, but, yeah, it doesn't look like there's any items up there. Kind of funny that you can, though, jump up here, even though it doesn't look like it leads to anything. Alright, yeah, so that's another thing with what I was talking about with perhaps the Erd Tree itself is rotting and dying. And that has to do with a lot of the things that's happened. Perhaps. I mean, I'm not sure. All right, get ready for a very important cutscene. Because, hey, we're here. We're at the base of the Erd Tree for reals. Also, oh, wait. Okay, so here you can see I can summon Melina. Oh, man. I don't want to, but I also want to see what she does. And I'll feel like crap if I beat... oh, well, let's just do it. I'm curious. Because I've actually never seen how she fights. Okay, Melina. What's up, Melina? Yeah. Not going to summon her again. Again, I just want to see how she fights.
Graceless, tarnished. What is thy business with these thrones? Ah, Godric the Golden. The twin prodigies, Mikola and Melania. General Radahn, Praetor Rykard, Luna Princess Rani, willful traitors, all. Thy kind are all of a piece. pillagers, emboldened by the flame of ambition. Have it writ upon thy meager grave. Felled by King Morgott, last of all kings.
So interesting that he refers to. Okay, well, first of all, his name is Morgott, right? So let's use Morgott Shackle, and bam, that works against him. So implying that this actually is Morgott. Again, different name. Just how Ronnie gave you the wrong name at first too. Let's see what Melina does. I'm just curious. She's going to work. Yeah, I kind of want to just like leave this battle now. Maybe I'll just let him kill me so I can get. Wait, no, I wanted to see her fight a little bit.
Put these
Oh well, whatever.
ambitions to rest.
Kind of would have liked to have seen her die. Maybe I'm just gonna do that, and I'll do a quick cut. So, I'm not sure about Godric, to be honest, but outside of Godric, who I'm not sure about, every single one of those characters who he named has something in common with each other. So, that is the thing that I find interesting that I'd like to discuss eventually. But I think it's worth noting that for sure, that they all have something in common together. Sorry, Melina, I just want to see what you do. Oh, look at that attack that she just did. It was basically like summoning a little golden Erd tree. Yeah, I really want to see her moveset and what she does because I haven't seen it before. And I think it could be really interesting. It feels like a lot of what she does, her attacks aren't hitting him very hard. So she probably acts as more of like a distraction to help you out. One of those types of summons. Okay, she's almost out of here. Yeah, since I never summoned cooperators or anything, this is all just new to me. Because I thought her death was ultra interesting when I saw it, because people figured out a way to kill her, and then I've read like, oh, you could have gotten it when you summon her. So, I wonder what blade she's using. Alright, I'm just taking this so I can get murdered by Morgott. Yeah, look at that. Another like little Erd tree forms when she dies, so
Put these foolish ambitions to rest.
yeah, it's interesting. It's like she's spewing runes out of her in the shape of an Erd tree. Okay, this is gonna be my first for real, I guess, attempt against Morgott / Morgott. Something you can see is I did switch off Morgott's the chain. Sorry about that, ambulance. Yeah, so we'll see how it goes. I don't know how many attempts this will take me. I'm not great at Morgott, so I'm not great at Morgott because it's, you know, like the same moveset. So who knows? This could take me a whole bunch of tries. Maybe I'll get lucky. Like, I feel like I was actually doing it decent the first time, but that could have also just been by virtue of Melina being there, if I'm being honest. So, you know, it could have only had to do with that. And I could be giving myself more credit than I'm due. Alright. This is not going well at all. Wow, I was way early. I did really good damage to him, though. Oh, now he shoots 3 blades when he does that jump away. I wonder if he still has really easy, or, oh, really, you know, like, before, like, I just don't remember, but before he had really good baits for far away, which is, like, really good times to bait him, and then you can get a whole bunch of attacks on him. But he's already using his hammer, so, oh god, that's a nice AoE. Oh, actually, it's not an AoE. It does that diagonal. I kind of just forgotten about that. Oh, I was early again, and again got lucky. Alright, so let's heal up for this. The real true phase, I guess you could say. Oh, Morgott, what is going on here? Oh my god. Okay. So,
Stained by my curse. Such I cannot bear. Thy part in this shall not be forgiven.
I'm guessing this curse of his has to do with him being an omen, but I could be mistaken. But that would be my guess. Also, he's using a black flame, it looks like, which is usually a god killer sort of thing. Right? That flame that's on him, that's what we saw the god skin people using. Okay, that was the safe spot. No, 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 no. Oh, this is gonna be my death if I miss that dodge. Oh, whoa, what did I just jump on? I was not expecting that. Oh, that looks like a blood type of attack, huh? Yeah, what are you, Moog here? Some Mogwin Dynasty stuff going on here? I mean, he's also Omen, so... Oh, man. I gotta start paying attention to how much I heal, and if I'm over-healing at all. There we go. Can I get another hit? I could, but it wasn't smart. Okay. No. I figure if you dodge that properly, you can get a whole lot of hits in. But obviously I did not. Oh my god. That was the first time he hit me for me getting that, or missing that. Because I miss that every time. Oh, great. I ran out of my don't get runes hit. Nope. Oh, this is... I thought that was going to be my death for sure. Don't worry. I'm going to die anyways. Oh! Rolled right into it. That roll. Oh! That was stupid. It just makes me feel stupid, you know? Oh, this is... Nope, I went early. Got lucky on that. No, I was trying to go... Oh! I got greedy. I was trying to get another attack in. I thought he would. Tried to roll into him. I was trying to dodge. Come on, you big ol' Omen King. You ain't no Elden Lord. You're just an imitator. You're just an Omen King. Not an Elden Lord King. Why is that, Morgott? Oh god. Early again. You guys wouldn't know this because I'm doing quick cuts of my deaths, but like I always seem to be early on that. And by seem I mean like it's always my fault. It's just I'm more just mad at myself that I haven't learned by now. It's one of those situations. It's like, what's wrong with me? I've seen that attack so many times, and I'm always end up being early on it. Where there's like so many other attacks that I'm always fine on, that like have big stutters. Like this one, I'm always fine on. Yeah, I didn't know he could do an attack right after that. I thought that stomp like always stunned him no matter what. Oh god, I gotta get back. Back out, Akita. And I would run at him, but I found out that he does little explodey things around himself. Oh, nice. Got a couple of hits in. That was nice.
Stained by my curse.
No. Ooh! No.
Thy part in this.
Oh, what? Am I getting through all of your attacks? Oh god. Well, that was just... lame-o. Yeah, I gotta get back and heal up. Probably should have been rolling towards him, to be honest. But I wasn't. So, I don't... Should have been, wasn't doing it. Oh my god. That was insane. That was almost like a one-hit kill combo. Nope. Okay, let's be smart about this. No. You should be able to get that kill there. Alright, there it is. Morgott. Should have killed you twice before. First try I should have got at him, and I didn't, so good job me. Alright, Morgott's Great Rune, Remembrance of the Omen King. Ooh. And look at him now. He's completely shrunk. He looks totally different. He's like a hollowed out version of himself in a way. It's like he lost his power, basically, by doing this. So, I mean, you know, he looks like a corpse, but still, he looks very, very different. And his Omen horns are gone too, interestingly.
Tarnished. Not but a fool. The Erd Tree wards off all who deign approach. We are all forsaken.
Maybe he knows more than we realized.
None may claim the title of Elden Lord. Thy deeds shall be met with failure, just as I.
Yeah, so that's why he's Omen King and not Elden Lord. So he basically took the title of King of Lanedale as Omen King here, but that's it. So I'm actually not allowed to leave. We have to go forward with this right now. And just to further cement and show that, I'm going to try to leave. No, I cannot. Why? Let's go ahead and look at the stuff I got, though. So, key items, I think this is where I missed is I was expecting Morgott's rune to appear here, and I start panicking. But it actually appears all the way down here. Morgott's Great Rune, devoid of any benediction. The Great Rune of the Shard Bearer, Morgott, devoid of any benediction. Seek the Divine Tower of East Altus, which stands beyond the Great Bridge from Lanedale's eastern ward. We also got his Remembrance, which is going to be a little more interesting than that. So, Remembrance of the Omen King. Remembrance of Morgott, the Omen King, hewn into the Erd Tree. Though born one of the graceless Omen, Morgott took it upon himself to become the Erd Tree's protector. He loved not in return, for he was never loved, but nevertheless, love it he did. Yeah, and I'm interested in the psychology as to why he loved the Erd Tree. Maybe he saw the benefits that people got, and even though nobody liked him because everyone shunned the Omen, he actually was kind-hearted in a way, perhaps. Or maybe I'm giving him too much benefit of the doubt, but that could be the case. This is more tragic. And yeah, clearly he tried to become the Elden Lord and could not because of what's about to happen to us here. What is about to happen to us here? I mean, I'm a tarnished. He's not. Maybe he'll be fine. All right, let's look at the vines. So there's a rune upon these vines, it looks like. And by rune, I mean, R-U-N-E, like a seal type of rune with a rune on it. And then the vine is just, to me at least, it just looks like a bunch of thorns. Yeah, wall of thorns. Which actually, we've heard some other stuff about walls of thorns, I think. Now that I'm thinking about it, I think there's a sorcery. Or is it an incantation? I thought I found it in this, where is the thorn one? Because now it makes me wonder about it, actually. Since thorns are related to trees in a way, and we're seeing this one. Let me just check a little bit more first. Sorry. I'm just really now curious about it. The best bestial stuff. Huh. Yeah, I'm not sure then. Alright. Alright. Touch the wall of thorns. Impenetrable thorns refuse all. None may enter the Erd Tree. None! So I'm not allowed in. As he said. Still not allowed to warp out because we got to talk to Melina. Melina, what is going on here? I thought that I'd be good. I thought I'd be set. Where's Melina? Melina! Excuse me, Melina.
Hello again, old friend. Allow me a moment to converse with you. You were unable to enter the Erd Tree. No? prevented by the mantle of barbs. The thorns are impenetrable, a husk of the tree's being that spurns all that exists without. The only way to stand before the Elden Ring and become the Elden Lord is to pass the thorns. My purpose serves to aid in that very act, so I'd like you to undertake a new journey with me to the Flame of Ruin, far above the clouds, upon the snowy mountain tops of the giants. Then I can set the Erd Tree aflame and guide you down the path to becoming Elden Lord.
Isn't that the cardinal sin? Rolled medallion. A red mark was made on the map.
I wish to journey with you once more to the Flame of Ruin, far above the clouds, upon the snowy mountain tops of the giants. Then I can set the Erd Tree aflame and guide you down the path to becoming Elden Lord.
Ooh.
I wish to journey to the Flame of Then and guide you.
Why do you want me to become Elden Lord, eh? What's in it for you, Melina?
Shall I turn your route? Let my hand
Yeah, let's do
share
it
them
again.
with me.
I should be able to get 2, I
Your
think.
thoughts,
Um,
your ambitions.
I mean, might as well go intelligence because I'm going to do that for
principles
myself
you would
anyways in a moment. Not that it's... I mean, whatever. I'm just going to use this Celest... Or, what is it? A larval tier so I can do the Radigan-related thing. Speaking of Radigan, before I wrap this up, I just want to bring up a couple more comments. One is from Elizabeth Cassidy. On the red and gold, Radigan has red hair, America has gold. Coincidence? And an Andrew Carlson comment I wanted to bring up too. All right. So the rolled route is where we have to go, and that is where I'd started going from the East Capitol Rampart. That was blocked off before. I actually don't remember this one. I feel like this might be new from last time I played. This was definitely there, the ground lift of rolled. But I feel like the rolled route is a new one. I really do not remember that mark. So I think they added that. Maybe people were missing it and getting confused. They wanted to prevent that. Okay. Actually, here, let's look at that, right? So that's going to be the Malefactor's Everjail. So that's what the Everjails look like. So they do look different other than the circle. At least there. On these maps. Here, I'm going to quickly run to one so we can look at that. And there are a couple other quick things I want to do. Quick cut time. All right, let's compare how the markings look. So, all right, other than the fact that it's a circle, I don't see any runes on this. Okay, wait. That marking, though, with those branches, actually... Let's see. It's circles, a bunch of circles within themselves with one long one going through it all. It's similar but slightly different. So it's not the same. So the fact that it's similar, I guess we'll have to ask ourselves if it's similar enough to mean something, or if that's just like it's just similar. But it's definitely still interesting. Oh, whoops, I don't want to go to the round table hold yet. I wanted to go to check out the Capitol Rampart, and what I talked about before with checking out those incense things. Very interestingly, from Andrew Carlson, I love Lane-Del for the exact same reasons that I disliked it. The large open layout makes me feel overwhelmed and truly makes me feel like I'm in an open, abandoned city. Vibes of Yharnam, but more open. Getting lost and eventually sort of figuring out where I have and haven't gone was a real treat. So, yeah, that's where I'm not saying that my preference is correct or anything like that. It's just, it's my preference. And for me, Yharnam would be like, that's ideal to me. That is peak design to me. But, yeah, no, everyone's different, and that's what's always fun, is having everyone's different perspectives for what people prefer and don't prefer. But yeah, there's also ash all over this part, too. yeah, and by the way, just to comment from Elizabeth Cassie, I'm positive it's Ashen. We'll see more about that later on, but Envoy's Longhorn. Hey, wait, I guess I'd already gotten that? All right. So I believe this is the room down here that had what we're looking for the incense. Except there's a page. Wait a second. Nope. One more page. One more. Okay, so is this the... oh, these are what seem to be at the peak, you're saying. Like these giant things. So, yeah, that could be. That's really cool. Good noticing that. So, yeah, awesome stuff. Thanks again for pointing out things like that I miss. So, I really appreciate it. All right, so I have no idea how long it's been. I think it's been about an hour, but a whole bunch of things are going to be going on here at the Table of Lost Grace now that Morgott is dead. And specifically the fact that I wasn't let in to the Elden Throne. After that, I'm going to go ahead and go this way for a moment. The Grand Lift rolls over there, but then I'm going to plan on tackling Caelid next, I think. That's my plan. And then there'll be Volcano Manor stuff eventually, but there's some stuff I want to wrap up. Probably here too, actually, related to the Volcano Manor eventually. But anyways, Caelid is my next major destination, is the point that I'm trying to come to. But first, we're going to do stuff here at the Round Table Hold. And yeah, thanks so much for watching, guys. I appreciate it as always, and I will see you guys next time. Later, guys.
Hey!
Peace.